Hey everybody, this is Ted Check, recovering reporter. Here's a headline from yesterday. Schiff, this guy right here, Adam Schiff, who is what is he? He's a senator from California. Adam Schiff calls Trump's January 6th pardons a quote unquote grotesque display of power. This guy right here. Um, so you may have heard that President Trump pardoned nearly all of, I think it's something like 1,500 people who are either in jail or serve time or whatever um, for the January 6th protests. Okay, so he pardoned them. And then this guy, who's been an enemy of Trump's, just flat out enemy of Trump's for years, has criticized that sweeping pardon to nearly all defendants charged in connection with the January 6th, 2021 attack on the Capitol. Um, Former member of the House Select Committee investigating that same protest, 2020, January 6, 2021, called the move a grotesque display of power in an interview on, surprise, surprise, MSNBC's Inside with Jen Psaki. It's obscene. It's a grotesque display of his new power as president to pardon these 15 or 1600 people, which I have to imagine includes people that committed violent assaults on law enforcement. It really is a terrible way to begin. Not a surprising way to begin the new administration. Well, it depends who you talk to. It really depends who you talk to. And let's see. So one of the guys that Schiff really had a problem with was Enrique Tarrio. Former Proud Boys national chair Enrique Tarrio, who is serving a 22-year prison term, the longest handed down in connection with the attack, received a pardon. On Tarrio's pardon, Schiff said it is rather fitting, sadly, that among his very first acts in office is to give a pardon to a white nationalist leader like that. White nationalist. Enrique Tarrio is a white nationalist. Tarrio, who is Afro-Cuban. He's Afro-Cuban. How can he be a white nationalist? How? How could he possibly be? Okay, and beyond that, Schiff himself, dun dun dun, has received a pardon. He just got pardoned by Biden, like as Trump is like right at the bell, just before Trump took office, he got pardoned by Biden. President Biden leaves the Oval Office on Monday. 3 California lawmakers were among those he pardoned in an attempt to protect them from retribution. So they haven't even been. This is a preemptive pardon. This is like if they're found guilty of anything, they're pardoned for it. And that's Senator Adam Schiff, South Bay Rep Zoe Lofgren, and San Bernardino Rep Pete Aguilar, all Democrats, as well as committee staff and police officers who testified in the J6 hearings. So Schiff got his pardon, but he's got a problem with these other people. See, we're very polarized in this country. So Biden takes care of his end of the J6, and Trump takes care of his end of the J6, and then and everybody gets pardoned. You get a pardon, you get a pardon, you get a pardon. Everybody gets a pardon. Liz Cheney got a pardon, right? She already got her pardon, but Biden made sure that Schiff got one, and he looks really stupid, hypocritical. That he's whining, complaining, and bitching about the J6 pardons. Well, dude, you got a pardon, so shut up. Yeah, and then so in this article, he said, "I believe in the rule of law." This is Biden. But I am optimistic that the strength of our legal institutions will ultimately prevail over, and I am optimistic that the strength of our legal institutions will ultimately prevail over politics. Clearly, somebody wrote that for him. But these are exceptional circumstances, and I cannot in good conscience do nothing. And his statement stressed that the pardons, quote, should not be mistaken as an acknowledgement that any individual engaged in any wrongdoing, nor should acceptance be misconstrued as an admission of guilt for any offense. But that's exactly what a pardon carries. That's exactly what a pardon means. Burdick versus United States is a Supreme Court in 1915, a Supreme Court ruling. There are substantial differences between legislative immunity and a pardon. The latter, which means the pardon, the latter refers to this. If it's the former, it would refer to legislative immunity, but the latter, so a pardon, carries an imputation of guilt and acceptance of a confession of it. So if you accept the pardon, if you deliver the pardon, and if you accept the pardon, then that means you're guilty, and you accept that fact. You are admitting to guilt without saying it straight up. But merely by accepting it, by Biden offering it, he's saying, hey, these people are guilty, and by the people accepting the pardon, they're saying, hey, I'm guilty. That's what this says. This is a ruling from the United States Supreme Court in 1915, Burdick versus United States. So, Schiff, dude, just come on, just take your pardon, and and that's it. Take your pardon and don't say anything. You got a pardon. You got a freaking pardon. You probably would have been subject to hearings and who knows what else. You would have been dragged through it, and they would have put the screws to you. They would have raked you over the coals. My opinion is, let's move forward, right? Let's everybody move forward. Like I'm not a politician. I know very little about politics, but if it were me, let's take all of that energy that we have and put it towards moving forward rather than dredging up and going through endless hearings and just dredging up the past. That seems to be the path of the Democrats. Let's dwell in the past and not move forward. Trump, it appears that he is placing most, if not all, of his energy on moving forward. Hey, let's we're talking about sealing up the border. We're talking about drilling to get the liquid gold. We're talking about all these things. He's looking to move forward on things. And that's that's something that can be applied to anyone in life. Is the past is the past, and you should learn from it, but don't dwell on it. Take all of that positive energy and dedicate it to moving forward. That's me. That's how I feel. So Schiff has no leg to stand on whatsoever. He is legless. He is legless in this. He's got no leg to stand on because you got the pardon, dude. You got your pardon. So you to say that it's a grotesque display of power, somebody could say that about your pardon, about Biden pardoning you 20 minutes before he left office. So, dude, just be happy with your chicken neck and live your life, dude, and move forward, and just put this behind you. Sheesh. Anyway. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours, and I'll talk to you later.